Cannon taking the snap out of the shotgun. Cannon hands off. Terrence Wilson right in the middle. Wilson is gone inside the 40. He is your new all-time leading rusher. The 2010 touchdown. Touchdown, Batesburg, Leesville. Touchdown, Terrence Wilson.
I was at the game when he broke it, and I was like surprised, and I just wanted to see what it felt like.
He's going to hand off to Amadre Wooden, and Amadre is inside the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Batesburg, Leesville. Touchdown, Amadre Wooden from 31 yards away, and he is your new all-time leading rusher in Batesburg, Leesville Panther history. As he takes the record from his uncle Terrence Wilson, Amadre Wooden is your all-time leader in rushing yards.
So what does it feel like?
It feels good, man. It feels good.
Okay, welcome to the Doing It With Purpose podcast, where I'm your host, Cornelius T. Summers, a.k.a. Cuddy. And unfortunately tonight, the other host, co-host, Greg Peterson, a.k.a. The Deke, he got rich people problems tonight. He couldn't be here because we're shooting this episode at 11:27, Friday night. Batesburg just finished playing against B-L Panthers, but I think they left their mark down there to let them know who the real Panthers are. And so because there was a lot of things that transpired tonight, some memorable things tonight, I had to take the time to call an emergency podcast. Like, you know, when you got things going on in your organization, some things got to stop and happen right now. And tonight, I want to welcome to the show Mr. Amadre Wooden, record-breaking Amadre Wooden, and record-breaking, I'm going to say KD Whitt because I can't pronounce your first name. I'm going to be honest with you. Little Peanut, little CD in the house. So, guys, welcome to the man cave, to the pit. Y'all, I don't know if you've been over here, KD. You came over here and dunked on CJ a few times out there in his little goal or whatever. But nonetheless, I'm looking at Nation over like, we're going to let people know he in the building too. Nisha, he's sitting right here. He behaving right now. I don't know what they're going to do when they leave. But nonetheless, welcome to the show, guys. Wow. Oh, it was an away game. I was really hoping and wishing it was going to be a home game. I wanted this thing so bad against Saluda because my wife was from Saluda, and I just wanted to prove to her that, you know, we produce Panthers down here. But before we get into the show, kind of somewhat of a surprise, but you kind of already know too because we had to go through some preparation. But we have the previous record holder, your uncle, put you in the headlock. Set a standard for you, Mr. T. Will, Terrence Wilson. We want to welcome him to the show. And by way of interview camera, welcome to the show, T. Will. I'll let you do the congratulatory experience before I say anything else. So, take it away, T. Will.
All right. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Cornelius, man, giving me the opportunity, man, to come on here and say a couple things to do it with a purpose podcast. I respect what you guys doing. You know what I'm saying? Second, congratulations to my nephew. I don't know, man. I really don't get on podcasts and like interviews and stuff and talk a lot, but I'm proud of you, dog. That's major what you did. You know what I'm saying? I remember when you was in middle school and you first really start like toting that rock, and I already knew you was gonna be special, man. So I mean, but I mean that though. I'm proud of you though, bro. I'm proud of you.
He over here about the crowd. Put the camera on, like Steve say. He over here about the crowd, man. Nah. But no, that's huge, man. That's huge. Tonight, you shattered a previous record, and I say shattered because it's not like I think you might be right around a little over 100 yards above him right now, but you still got a whole nother game to go. But I say shattered because he set a bar that's really, really high. I grew up in the 90s, tell him my age, but I remember the year of 95 and 96 when Sherman Scott was running for 300 and something yards against Gilbert. And that was, to me, like he would come to the sideline, which I don't know if you have something that you look forward to on a Friday night, but Sherman would point up there to the band. I was in the band. You know, they told me I was too little to play football. But he would point up there and tell us to play the horse. And anytime we played the horse, Bill Strickland finna run a toss left or a toss right, and he going to the house. So is there anything out there that you look forward to hearing or someone saying, or like?
Nah, to be honest, I just look forward to us winning the game and everybody doing their part.
Okay. And so tonight it was important for me to bring along your duo. And I thought about it at first when we talked about you coming on tonight. I said, man, if you break the record, I need you at the house, like immediately after the game. And I thought about it. I normally don't do anything with the podcast without Greg. And I was like, him and I are a duo, right? Yeah. GP is not for Greg Peterson, by the way. That's God's plan. I'll let him tell you any otherwise. But nonetheless, I had to bring your right-hand man and your mom put you out there. Somebody put you out there on Facebook. We got Little League pictures. I think you was number 11 then.
Yes, sir.
And you ain't changed, but you got a little facial hair. But we had to bring you on because it's like you all's accomplishments, right? You play together as a team. You got probably over 50, 60-some players combined, including varsity and JV. But it's something about the connection you two have, primarily on the offensive side of the ball, that just makes you all that dynamic duo, that threat to two-way football, that threat to anybody that's on the field. What has that been like growing up for you, KD?
Means a lot to me. First off, like you said, and seeing we started as little kids, and just to see us be able to grow up together and still have that same thing since we was little kids, it just means a lot and shows a lot as well. And to be real, I wasn't even expecting Savy to be this type of running back because it was literally he was a Ray Lewis type guy, come out and just hit you.
Okay, then.
And then now it's just like out of nowhere, he's just this top running back in the state. It's just it's just crazy to me, and proud of you. I already knew it was coming. But it just really means a lot.
Cool. You talk about him being a linebacker. Again, I go back to tell my age. I remember I grew up off of Bizarre Mill Roll a little bit with Sherman Scott. Do y'all know the first position he really played and was known for? The kicker. When I met Sherman, well, I met him, but when he was playing, he played some defense. I think he played some DN, but he used to kick. That left foot, he used to kick down there Bizarre Mill. He kicked the ball all the way across the road. And then he get to high school and he's running like a wild man. So what does it feel like to not just break a record, but your uncle's record? Like, is that bragging right at the cookout or something like that? Or,
nah, it's just like, me and him talked about it like last year, because that's like, it's been one of my goals since I got in high school. And like,
to break his record or a record?
Nah, to break his record. Because it's just like, I was at the game when he broke it, and I was just like surprised, and I just wanted to see what it felt like. So I just wanted to.
So what does it feel like?
It feels good, man. It feels good. But yeah, though, he really helped me out a lot with getting this record, because he'll call me after every game, before every game, text me and tell me what I need to do, what I need to work on, and like he basically just be there for me throughout this whole ride.
Okay, so T. Will, let me ask you this. He breaks your record tonight, because I text you. I'm sure you probably watched the game a little bit online. What's the first thing that goes through your head when you hear that the record is broken?
Honestly, I wanted it to happen next week. Salute him. So I'm like, dang, I'm proud, but at the same time, I'm like, man, come on. I told him we're gonna do it next week, in the pit. But when my sister called me and she told me that he broke it, I was like, dang, I wanted him to do it against the South, but like I say, he had to do what he had to do.
Yeah. And I give a shout out to Coach Chestnut, because he coached both of you all. But him and I talked last night. He's actually the one that called me and said, hey, what are you going to do if Savy break the record at Pillion? He's like, y'all going to the game? I was like, nah, we haven't went to any away games. We'll travel when they go in the playoffs. I was like, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I said, I guess I have to call Emergency Podcast. And that's when I called CJ, like, look, I need Savy's number. But then he was like, hey, he need to break the record at Pillion. And you know why. But at the same time, I was like, hey, man, why he saving 10 yards for Saluda? He was like, but Canez, anything can happen. He was like, so what I would like to see is him break the record against Pillion and then against Saluda. we run the ball down their throat, and he put the bar so high that it's never broken ever again. And I was like, okay, that's coming from Coach Chestnut. So, hey, he didn't set the bar, even higher for you. Like breaking the record wasn't enough. He was like, hey, man, keep feeding him the rock. Let him take it to the point where, hey, I don't know who will break it. Maybe T will have some kids later on down the road and threw that out there, T will. And they break your record. But, man, it's just an amazing accomplishment. And there's a gentleman, I cut his hair. Won't say his name because I don't know if he want to be on the podcast, but his cousin plays for Hampton County. Remember when you came to the shop the other day, he was in the chair. And I think the guy's name is Strickland or no, not Strickland. The running back for Hampton County. But anyway, he's leading the state in touchdowns. And how many touchdowns you had tonight?
I think I had like 2 or 3.
2 or 3. So you were sitting at 21. He was sitting at 25. And him and I didn't bet. We didn't wager anything. But I told him, because you were in the top 5, I said, by the end of the season, if we include playoffs, because y'all might run into Hampton County, I have to look at the bracket. I said, I'm believing Savy going to be on top. So, again, we just putting all this pressure on you, right? But what does it mean for you all to be a part of the team to help Baseburg? And it's something I want both of you all to answer, if you don't mind. Y'all helped establish and achieve the 700th win.
It feel good because like we've been in Baseburg since we was little kids, and like we just always went. Me and KD and the rest of the players, we just always went to the games when we was on the little league team. We used to be in the stands. He was on the field, ball boy. We was just hyped watching them play, and it just feel good to like have helped the town and the community to get the 700 win.
Yeah, basically what Savy said, but it's just like, it just means a lot once again because last year had an amazing year, and that helped us get the 700 win tonight. And being able to hear Coach Lawson say, like y'all close to doing that, it was like, wow. Yeah. And then that's when he told us, did what we had to do, got the win, and having the 700 ring, just means a lot once again.
Okay. And so you all are seniors. I'm not going to, I'm going to start a little controversy here, right? We're going to stay focused on what you all are trying to accomplish this year. But the controversy always comes up like, who was the better team, 95 or 2000? Or I think that was 99 they won the state. I graduated in 99. Yeah, so it's 99. All these different teams in these state championship achieving teams, of course they claim to be the best. Y'all know Rolly. Rolly always saying they class the best. But your class, your senior class achieved that 700 win. So I'm sure y'all in the talk now.
Yeah.
When you say so, I mean, because you don't achieve 4,700 plus yards or either upward of 4,800 yards without having a dynamic offensive line. And I like to always say that Antonio Brown, right? He flipped out and wanted to leave, but not realizing he, in my opinion, is somebody who made Juju Smith-Schuster look good because he drew that attention. And so when KD's lined up in the slot, when you got Nashawn out there on the island out there when the receiver, like that opens up things for the running backs. And so your line and stuff. And so what would you say to your offensive line right now? Both, let's see, going all the way back to you played varsity so far your sophomore, junior, senior year. What would you say to the offensive line that you've had all 3 years right now?
I just really appreciate them and all they do. Cause before every game, they'll tell me they got my back during the game. When I'm getting frustrated, they'll like pick me up and telling me it's all right. They got me. So like, I just want to thank them and for all they do. Cause most of this work, most of it is because of them. All this is really because of them. Cause they work hard day and night to help me get to where I need to get.
Okay. And so I want to take a time. I want to touch on a sensitive subject. Here it is. Your senior year, preseason, top running back in the state, and the committee, the politics, and the I don't know any other nicer word to say, but the politics of selection committees. And here it is, your name isn't mentioned in the Shrine Bowl. What do you say to Savy in the conversation? What do you say to Savy when you strap on that helmet every day?
Yeah, I just be like, cause Chris Whitt, when I coaches, he said, make them feel why you should have been selected, and then just put this through your head throughout the game. Why not me? So like, I just do that every play, and I just try to make the best every time I touch the ball.
And the resilience that you have shown since all of that, because let's face it, I think about Shedeur Sanders, right? Granted, mind you, there's some millions of dollars going into his motivation. I learned something in the military that says if you have discipline, motivation is never an issue. If you lack discipline, motivation is always an issue. But he has some motivation, right? And not that you don't, but he has a little bit more. But I consider what you have experienced and what you're going through regarding that as a resilient situation, because you could have let it affect you. You could be down and out, but I see you night in, night out, Friday nights, you're still chasing that championship ring. Both of you, what is the goal? I already know it, but I want to hear you say it. What is the goal in the end state that you want to look back and see at the end of your senior season?
I just want to win a ring. I want to go to it's at South Carolina State, ain't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's down there in Orangeburg.
Yeah, I want to go to South Carolina State and leave with a ring on my hand with the trophy.
Yeah, same with me, because I just think about last year, Clinton third round, and falling short, and it was just like we just got to take that in and just use that as field this year to make it to state and make it past third round, and whoever we played third round beat them and make it to South Carolina State. But that's what I take it in as, because that's all I think about. How cold it was, the fans, me crying, seeing the seniors crying. It's just like me being a senior now. It's just like I want to go to state. It's no ifs, ands, but I want to go to state.
You want to give them that gift.
Yes, sir.
So when I hear you speak of team and I hear you speak of the fans, what has helped you all keep the chatter away? And I say the chatter away because, again, you don't just have two dynamic players, which, if we're truthful, you hear a lot of KD Whitt, you hear a lot of Savy Wooden or Amadre Wooden, right? But it's still a team where 11 players on the field at all times. But when you're off the field and you're in the classrooms and you walk through the community, how do you block out the chatter? Because some people say, oh, we need to give KD Whitt the ball more. Why do we always run Savy? But when I see KD Whitt score a touchdown, the first person I see to greet you is Amadre Wooden. When Amadre Wooden scores a touchdown, the first person I see greet you is KD Whitt. How do you all keep the brotherhood from being distorted?
So like we just tune out the internet, and like we know what we're trying to get at the end of the day. So like, and we trust Coach Lawson to do the right thing, so we can end up in win state. So like, basically we just tune it out, and we just stick together and accomplish the goal at the end of the year.
Yes, yeah, just tune it out, and on top of that, nobody don't be in the hot sun and just the ups and downs of weathers and practicing hard. And, they don't know what we go through at practice. So me knowing like what he deal with and him knowing what I deal with, it's just like I always tell him, you get a ball, meet you in his zone. No ifs, ands, buts about it.
Gotcha.
And then, not trying to bring it up, but when he do for him, I tell him, hey, you good, bro. Keep running the ball, keep doing what you're doing. I don't care what nobody else say. I don't care what. Just keep playing.
Oh yeah.
Just know I'm here with you throughout this whole game. We all here with you throughout this whole game. So just keep doing what you got to do. Just go out there and play hard.
Oh yeah. And so we touched on it quickly. It was mentioned at the beginning of the season. Oh, you had a lot of people upset with you. Say you had a lot of people upset with you. But again, another resilient point. How do you overcome the obstacles that put you and the team in a tough situation sometimes? Because, I'm definitely someone who can attest to making mistakes in life. And I felt so bad that, my team, my family, the Summers team, I had let them down. But very much like your Panthers, I had someone like a KD with my very own son tell me, Dad, it's okay, we all human. I had my wife tell me, like, it's okay, babe, we're going to stick here beside you. What does that feel like to find yourself in a situation that you might not be proud of, but then they come to you and say, hey, I got you?
Yeah, it made me feel good because that makes me seem like, well, it shows me that like we more than a team, is a brotherhood, and like I respect them for always doing that, and it's just like I appreciate them for all that, and I just like I thank them, bro.
Yeah, and I remember it might have been the Thurman game. Did we play LR here or did we play LR away? We played LR away. So it was the Thurman game or either the Abbeville game. And your quarterback, Reese Binky, he throws an interception. And he comes to the sideline, and I was on the sideline, and he was distraught. He was kind of upset. And I saw you wrap your arm around him and tell him, I don't know if you remember that play. You was like, hey, you good, man. Don't worry about it. You pat him on the chest and told him to hang in there. And that game came down to a very close call, if you recall. Now, 23-15, still down by 8, and we have an opportunity. He throws a pass at the end of the game, and you almost catch a deflection to go to the house. But yeah, so I see the resiliency, I see the teamwork, and I see everything that you guys are doing to come together. You also mentioned Coach Lawson. Tell me a little bit about your experience with Coach Lawson, both of you all.
Coach Lawson, he a good coach. He a funny dude. Yeah. But when it's time to get serious, he gets serious. He don't like to play around, especially at practice. So, like, as a team and as seniors, we just try to do the best that we can do to help him out, because we know that his first couple of years, it was a little hard because, like, he had to get used to everybody and everybody had to get used to him. So, like, we just try to do our best for him and help him out the most we can.
Yeah, just what like Savy said, trust him a lot, and him being able to have us on varsity since we was sophomores.
Yeah,
it just also showed that he trusts us a lot.
Oh yeah.
So it was just like, just had to get used to it, because like those first couple years, I'm not mistaken, we didn't have a head coach.
Yeah.
And then that's when it just made me think, like, dang, like, would I be able to have, a varsity year? Or, so it's just like him being able to take the job and, believing in us and trusting in us and getting us right for the season, just really means a lot.
Okay. And so, we talked a little bit about the misunderstanding and the lack of the coaches identifying talent, but there was a major accomplishment that you wanted to accomplish this year. You said you set as a goal, and that was North-South. And so I'm a praying individual. And I know you're real big, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, right? And I also believe in Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. I'm believing something. I don't wish any harm, any injury, or any bad will for any of the players selected for any one of these North-South or Shrine Bowls. But I still see you going to one of those big selections after you all play in the state championship. That's what I'm claiming. I said it here at 11:50 at night when Nashawn sitting to my left. I said it. I see you all going to the state championship, and then you all going off to play, both of you all going off to play in one of those bowl games. Like I said, congratulations on your North-South selection. But go ahead and pack your overnight bag for the week, Savy. Like I said, I see it coming to fruition. And so let's see. I want to play 2 games with you guys. First, I want to play either or, right? And we'll have a little discussion and see if I can get y'all to relax. Y'all seem all tense, man. You just beat somebody, 63-6. And by the way, never mind. I didn't even want to ask how the guy ran it back, because anyway, y'all were tired. But to start off with either or, KD, I'm going to go on the wide receiver side because you play wide receiver as well as some defense. Let's see. Travis Kelce or Zach Ertz?
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. Okay. Savy being a running back. Let's go with Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
So you were 22, so because G always say the big 2. Okay. Let's see. Wide receiver again. Let's go with Justin Jefferson or Tyreek Hill.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. Okay. Alvin Kamara or Dejon Robinson.
We're gonna how they playing now, or like in their prime.
Hey, you the running back expert. You
In
tell
the
me.
prime, I'm taking Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
But right now, it's a little shaky to take Alvin Kamara.
Okay, so you're gonna stick with Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
Okay. Metcalf or Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase. Okay. We said rookies. Who was the other rookies, CJ? Scatterboot or Genty?
Scatterboot.
Okay. CJ said the same thing. I'm like, what? I'm taking the man who's standing back there like, you know. Okay. Let's do one more receiver. Ayuk or Debo Samuel?
I'm gonna go Debo Samuel.
Debo Samuel. Let me get you a hard one here, Savy. I'm gonna throw a hard one at you. I'm gonna go old school. Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders?
Emmitt Smith. That's my favorite player.
Okay, so that's why you love the Tennessee, not with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's my favorite player.
Okay. The last game I'm gonna play with you. Whenever I say something, I'll tell you who I'm talking to first. I'm gonna start with KD. When I say someone, I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. All right. Amadre Wooden.
Brother.
Coach Lawson.
Like a grandpa.
Not a grandpa. I'm gonna make sure I send him there. Let's see. Denise Derrick Whitt. Trying to make you cry.
It's my Dukes right there.
My Dukes. Okay. I'm gonna come back to you. I got a few more savings. Let's try you out. Terrence Wilson. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh man. Let's see. Tyler Wooten.
Crash out, man.
You supposed to say white boy. Crash out?
Yeah,
Okay.
man,
Okay.
Crash.
And because he was brave enough to come in the studio, Nashawn Stewart.
That's my twin, man.
Your twin? Okay. Back to you, KD. Coach Gary Adams, Bubba Adams.
Yeah. I want to say a grandpa again. They all just like
so this got a bunch of old coaches.
Yeah, they just like grandpas to me, man. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that.
I'm gonna go up because I see how she interacts with you. I'm gonna go with my classmate, Miss Heather Urban.
Hey, she my school mama, man.
The school mom, okay. Jamie Maddox.
Clown, bro.
You gonna kill me for that one. Katie, back to you. Coach Ash.
Coach Ash, you said?
Now, you can't call him a grandpa because he's
yeah.
younger than me. You gonna make me a grandpa.
Coach Ash, yeah, great guy.
And the reason I ask is it's not an accomplishment that you haven't had. He always put on there, that's my point guard.
Yes, sir.
He don't realize he's going to be missing you for a little bit for the start of the season. But, yeah, okay, back to you, Savy. Coach Gambrell. Coach Eric Gambrell.
Yeah,
I know it's Coach Eric Gambrell as well. But.
Gambrell's strict, man. He's strict.
Okay. All right. And the last one, both of you all, I want to hear your answer. Twin Shot Productions.
And they're the GOATs.
Yeah, man, them the guys, man.
They're the GOATs. They're the
Coming through
GOATs.
for us,
And
for
shout
real.
out to them because they put me in a position to be willing to try something this bold and, risk ridicule and, people having their opinion. But nonetheless, shout out to the twins. But I will close or get ready to begin to close with this question. What would either one of you, and I want both of you to answer this, what do you tell KD Whitt and Amadre Wooden, who's in Little League, Rec League football right now? What do you tell them now, knowing what you know now? What do you go back and tell those young players that you are now today to prepare them for what you're doing right now?
I just can say, don't give up. It went by fast, and seeing photos of us two together and just look back at man, it went by fast, and being able to not give up, because I always thought since I was little, because I was the smartest one on the field, so I just wouldn't expect my older self to be making stuff like this happen against bigger people, like this stuff to happen. So I just, don't give up, just keep pushing. I can say we kind of on the edge of making it to where we want to be, but we still got some work to do. A lot of things we still got to work on and learn and see and do. But I just, main thing is don't give up and just keep pushing.
Yeah, like KD said, I tell don't give up and enjoy the time while you have it, because senior year is going by quicker than what I expected, and expect to change, because there's a lot that can change in just a couple years, and just got to get ready for the real world after this.
Well, I want to say congratulations to you, Amadre Wooden, for breaking the all-time rushing record, for being the current GOAT for a while until somebody else gets bold enough, strong enough, fast enough, and committed enough to chase after that record and break it. I just want to say congratulations to you. Congratulations, KD, on this stellar season that you all are having so far. And then I just want to wish you guys well as you go into next week, right? The season isn't over, but you go into next week facing Saluda, down the street, Batesburg Highway rivalry. They're gunning for you guys because you went to their town last year and, pretty much obliterated them. But then this year, they took a loss tonight to a strong Thurman. They lost the previous week to 96. And you guys have the opportunity to put a cap on, putting them in a 3-in-a-row loss. No pressure, no stress, but it's all about going out next week and handling business, because no matter what, playoffs is getting ready to start. And I think you all deserve and would like to play in the pit at least, I think, 2 games if y'all in second place.
Yes, sir.
You get 2 home games, not getting too far ahead, but I'm sure your coaches tell you, take 1 game at a time. Go out there and do your best, take care of business. But I just give a shout out to your entire football team, your entire senior class, all the individuals that have supported you all, have helped you get to the position that you're in. And I just want to thank you all for taking time out of your Waffle House experience, right, to come sit down in the cave and talk football and accomplishments with us tonight. With that being said, I want to give T. Will an opportunity from a veteran's perspective, from a big brother, mentor, collegiate ball playing individual that he is. What advice would you give him, T. Will, as they go into the last game, a big rivalry, and then knocking at the door of the playoffs? What would you tell him, T. Will?
Honestly, just take it 1 game at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you got the South next week, senior night. You know what I'm saying? Take that all in, get a dub, first round of playoffs, man. Like I say, just one game at a time. You know what I'm saying? You really can't even think about a state championship right now. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, yeah, one game at a time. You know what I'm saying? Just like I say, keep leading. You know what I'm saying? Y'all two just keep being leaders, man. One game at a time, for real. Because I remember like when we won state championship, I was a sophomore then. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly I had to step up and be a leader early, you know. But we also had the juniors and seniors that was over me, from what I can remember. You know, that was great leaders. But we had lost our second and third game, Strong Thurman, and I think it was like BC or something. We just took it one game at a time and end up winning the state championship. So like I said, y'all boys just keep leading, you know, being leaders, man. Take it one game at a time, and it'll work out in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I mean, definitely y'all too. Y'all will be playing on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will be playing on Saturdays, man. So like I say, I'm watching. I'm rooting for y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm here. KD, you know what I'm saying? Me and you never really, you know, talk like that, but I'm watching you, man. I love what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep balling, man. Like I say, I mean, you a dog. Like I said, I never really told you, you know, got the chance to tell you that, but that's me, you know what I'm saying? Giving you your flowers right now, man. Just respect, you feel what I'm saying? Like keep balling, you know what I'm saying? Same to you, Savy, you know what I'm saying? And I used to say Nation over there, man. I feel like they need to give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? Give you a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you show up big in the playoffs, man. That could really help. But like I said, I mean, y'all boys just take it one game at a time, man. And just keep leading.
And Nation, though, if Coach Lawson called the right play, KD gonna throw it to him. KD gonna throw it to him. So, you know, shout out to that halfback soft touch. You know, little Nate Jones come down with it in the end zone. But yeah, but again, man, just want to thank you all for taking time out of your night, out of your life to give some time away that you won't get back. And, you know, the deep, when y'all see him, tell him like, look, man, he's supposed to be all things Panther. So whatever you had going on that night, we want an explanation. When he tell you what he got going on, if you want to accept his excuse, then by all means do so. But I never accept his excuse. But if he was here, he would say, well, the purpose, you know, the name of our podcast is Doing It With Purpose. And if you ain't doing it with purpose or passion, don't do it at all. And as you can see, right? He would say, hey, y'all doing it with purpose and passion. But no, my guy G, man, he got some other things going on tonight. But again, he's part of the duo at Doing It With Purpose. And it's really a bunch of us because we don't really get to see the credit he deserves. You know, y'all know him well enough, but he owe y'all some pictures, man. He behind on this game. But anyway, we just want to say, again, best of luck, best wishes to you. G would also say thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night. And come out and support the Panthers next Friday as they take on the Saluda Tigers and try to end the season gunning for second place because they didn't take care of business tonight. Then Strong Thurman is kind of a shoe-in unless they play 96 next week. Hey, 96 upset Saluda. Let's see. Hey, I mean, crazier things can happen. You know, as Greg would say, the football guys show up when they want to. So if they can show up next week and put a dent in Strong Thurman, that'll help balance out some things. But otherwise, it's time to take one game ahead at a time. Saluda's in front of you. And yeah, I'll see you all on the field next week. But again, thank y'all for stopping by. Any last words y'all got?
Nah, I ain't got it.
You good to show?
That's good.
You know how y'all done been to church. You know, the pastor ain't gonna let you out till y'all say so. Nah, thank y'all for stopping by, man. And yeah, just shout out to the B-L Panthers and the entire senior class because it's 24 of y'all. It's gonna be some big shoes to fill, but let's just get through this season. let's go down to Orangeburg colors. It'll be down there and rock out with the marching 101 or something. But thank y'all, and God bless.